kids, welcome to Stylus Book Club. I wanted to do something kind of fast today as my husband volunteered me to go eat sushi tomorrow night, and I thought I was going to be able to record tomorrow night, but I can't because sushi is good. So in the background I have some sketches I recorded myself doing. They're a couple minutes each, so like 5 or 10 minute gestures. I think they're mostly around 5 minutes or less, but they're all from Living Lines Library. I'll link that down below. I started a resource page on my website, so I'm gonna link all the places that I find my favorite drawings and my gesture stuff, different softwares and things like that that's useful. So if you want to go check that out, that would be great. Also on my website, I'm gonna put all the book club books and affiliate links to those books, so that if you guys want to click on the affiliate links to Amazon and buy any of the books or buy anything from Amazon, it'll get me a little bit of kickback and it'll help support the channel. So all of these books are going to be in the links below because I have 3 awesome books. The first one is In the Future, Entertainment Design. So all 3 of these books, so I have 2 more and they're so heavy. They're all from Art Center. I don't know if they do it every year. I have 3 of the books, but what they do is sometimes they have a couple of guys, sometimes they have an entire class, and they put together these amazing entertainment design books. So it just has, each of these 3 kind of have a different theme, but it shows some of the visdev process that these guys learn. And of course, all the Art Center guys are super duper good, so the books will not be disappointing. So In the Future, this one is sort of a hodgepodge of different ideas. One of my favorite, I have post-it notes. I'm more prepared than my last one, where I just gushed over the Etherington brothers for 15 minutes. I actually took the time to go over these. So this is Fabian Lacey's designs for, not cover my mic while I do this. So these are Fabian Lacey's designs for the Scarecrow and the Tin Man. That's kind of a cliche thing to do, to redesign old fairy tales, but there's some really fun different stuff in here. It's not all fairy tales. Here there are just some bug designs, and I haven't reread exactly what the premise is for this one, but each of them has kind of different plans about what they're designing in here. It's not a unified book like some of the other ones, but it not only covers character design, it also covers layout, like environment design. I don't know how well you can see these. I might have to scale this up, but they have these really beautiful environment designs, and I find that's something that's really lacking in a lot of books. They go over the characters, because everybody, of course, loves the characters, but you don't see as much of the backgrounds, and you certainly don't see any effects in those books. But this one in particular has these really beautiful organic shapes, and he's talking about how he started with sort of nicer shapes that were infected by this virus, and then he did these cool experiments by putting ink in water so that he could figure out this bioluminescence. Sorry about my squeaky chair. I'm gonna have to get a better chair when I do these. I move around a lot. But there's some really neat stuff. So it's just a collection of really fun visdev stuff. And visdev is always cool. Oh, what one to do next? I guess I'll do this one next. So this one's The Skillful Huntsman. This is a story about a huntsman, and he comes across these 3 ogres, and the ogres are like, hey, you should do stuff for us. And the huntsman's like, yeah, okay, that's cool. And then they're like, we're gonna kill this princess. And he's like, yeah, we'll do that. But he tricks them, and he kills the ogres instead. And then the princess gets thrown out and like a whole bunch of stuff. But the story's at the beginning. It's just like a couple pages, but I'm not going to go over it, the whole thing. But the princess ends up living in this little like cook shack. But this one's really good because it starts from the very beginning. So it has just like these scribbly thumbnails for the initial design of stuff. And then it goes from the little thumbnails into more detailed designs. Different costume ideas, and there's some great little small amounts of text. I like little text blurbs, not a lot of text in my art books. They talk about some of their ideas about what they were exploring, different time periods, different cultures to get these shapes and stuff. Again, it has some really beautiful background design stuff, and this one's even more extensive on the backgrounds. I don't know how well you can see it. Ugh, I should have aimed my what? Really, a lot of glare. I don't know how well you can see these. You have to get the books so you can see them for yourselves. But it's more beautiful background stuff. The princess in the story has some really cool design work, and she like runs away from home, so she ends up working in this little like cookhouse thing. There you go. Really cool. Like, I love a shack. I don't know why, but I'm a sucker for a shack. They just have the coolest little designs. And they go in interior, exterior. So This one, another one that has, they have kind of similar processes, so they go through character design and layout, and some of them have vehicles and stuff, so that'll bring us to the next one. One thing I didn't mention about this one, in the future, it actually covers, it has just a section where it tells you everything that they do at Art Center. It's like, here's our curriculum, and obviously it doesn't go through all the lessons and stuff, but you can see, oh, we cover color theory, and then we cover architectural design. So if you want to do this, but you can't afford to go, or they won't take you, because you're not some sort of a cyborg who is super amazing, then you can kind of make up your own stuff. But you at least have an outline of what these guys are doing and the time frame that they're doing it in. So the next one, Alien Race. So I really like this one. The plot is Oban Star Racer. So if you're not familiar with that, an alien comes to Earth and they're like, oh, you can join us in our intergalactic race. Go. And Oban is super good. If you haven't seen it, definitely worth putting on your animation list. It's 2D with 3D backgrounds. So it's like a hybrid show, but even though it was done years ago, it's still really solid. And I think it was done between France and I want to say Japan. Not totally sure, but super good. It's the same plot here. It doesn't look anything like Oban, just so I can say that. It's just the same sort of a story arc, but they've got really cool racers. The character design in this is really extensive. They've got lots of cool different racers, all sorts of different characters. Super cool. And then when they get into the vehicles, they go really bonkers with it. So they have all these like running creatures. So if you like creature design specifically, this is a good book for you. I'm really bad at aiming this camera. So if you like characters in particular, or creatures, this is definitely the one for you. Creatures. And they also, in the back of, towards the back, they do also get into more environment designs in the back of this one. So if you are interested in environments or world building, that kind of stuff, these are some good books to take a peek at. Because even though there's still a lot of character stuff in these books, things of that nature, they do have pretty extensive talks about backgrounds. And that's something that can be really hard to find out there in the big wide world. So the program at these books, oh, they're so heavy. They're pretty thick books. This one has 160 pages, 175 pages in the future, and then over 200 for Alien Race. So this one's real thick. The quality of them is really beautiful. They are all neatly packaged. They fit together. I know some people are really specific about the shape of their art books, because I know Jake Parker goes like he gets all puffy when some of them are vertical, some of them are horizontal. But these are kind of square. I don't know what he'd say about these guys. They're all done by Designstudio Press. The curriculum itself is done by Scott Robertson. So if you're not familiar with who that is, I definitely recommend picking up his DVDs or finding some of the stuff that he's put out there, because he does amazing structural drawing. He taught me a ton about just painting forms. So if you're interested in grayscale paintings, rendering, things like that, you'll really pick up a ton of good stuff from his DVDs. I can't remember the name of them. They're kind of old now, and I think they're done in pencil. I think they're old Gnomon Workshop. Don't put money on that. But of course, Art Center is a super big deal. For if you're interested in visual development. So anything coming out of there is going to be super cool. All right, so the links for the books on Amazon and Amazon.ca, because I am Canadian, are going to be down in the description below. They are affiliate links, so if you happen to need something off of Amazon, I mean, you can click that link and go buy new socks. That doesn't matter. I'll get a small percentage of your purchase, like 2 cents. I don't actually know how the math works, and it'll help keep this channel running. I'm trying to do it as free as possible because that's my favorite price. All right, so that's it for today. Like I said, it's just gonna be a little short one. Book Club's gonna be my like lazy go-to, I think. Let me know what you guys want to see coming up. I know I've got a bunch of new subscribers. Hopefully you're still here and you haven't abandoned me after one day, because it's not all just effects animation. But let me know what you want to see, what kind of animation you guys are interested in, more character stuff, more effects. I have no idea what I'm doing. I don't have any announcements either. Yep. That's it. Like, share, subscribe, all those things internet people ask you to do, and I will see you in the next video. And I'll totally have a plan. My plan is to make a plan.